So the seductive whisper of sneaky intel provider has lured you into the role of spotter, has it? Or was it that the sniper role wasn't available? Either way, it's a pretty straightforward role to play. Let me talk you through it. Step 1. Spawn at the furthest HQ because teamwork is for the weak. Grab the truck, ignore all the whiners, and don't forget your squad mate. Now engage in some leisurely perimeter cruising, treating the map boundary as your own personal scenic route. If you see an enemy truck coming the other way, or a tank, be sure to beat the horn so they know not to crash into you. Eventually, with the grace of a drunken rhino, blunder towards the enemy line. Don't worry about cover, you can be 100% confident no one's around. Step 2. Congratulations, you're now behind enemy lines, a phrase that for a competent player implies strategic advantage, but for you, it just means you're about to die alone. Now, you'll need to plop down an outpost in the most exposed location imaginable. Think centre of a well-trodden path or directly adjacent to a known enemy strongpoint. But only an idiot would do that, I hear you say. But if only an idiot would do it, why would the enemy think to check there? Once that's done, and because Foresight is your middle name, call in supplies immediately, as close to your OP as possible. Why wait until you actually need them when you can paint a giant target on your location while the rest of your team is still busy dry humping the midpoint objective? Now, assuming your team, through some inexplicable miracle, manages to capture that initial point, probably due to the enemy team collectively deciding to have a smoke break, it's time for your strategic masterstroke, the backline garrison. Build it so far behind enemy lines that your teammates will need a week's worth of rations and a particularly stubborn mule to even consider spawning there. Step 3. Time to engage in the time-honoured tradition of wishful thinking. Hope your team manages to stumble their way to the next objective. Whilst you're waiting for the baboon brigade to do the easy work, if you hear the enemy artillery firing, completely ignore it. If someone in voice chat is asking you to deal with it, just mute them. There are 2 recon squads for a reason. Let the other guys deal with it. We've got better things to do. Step 4. It's time to gather intel. Unleash a torrent of pings across the map like a toddler discovering the joys of finger painting for the first time. Enemy tank? Ping it. Enemy infantry? Ping it. That oddly shaped rock? Ping that too. Overwhelm your team with so much visual noise that the actual threats become invisible. Now this is a great time to explore. Make sure you run around enemy empty territory for at least 20 minutes to look for garrisons. You're not going to find any, but what it will do is it'll increase your average time alive, and that looks great on the scoreboard. Occasionally, over-inform your sniper with information from the command chat that's so stale it's practically fossilised. Yeah, there was a garrison mark over here earlier. There was some infantry there, another infantry mark there. It's best to wait until your sniper has already seen whatever it is for themselves and are practically on top of it. Your insightful commentary will undoubtedly turn the tide of the battle. Don't forget the tactical flare gun. Deploy it with the precision of a drunken firefly, aiming for maximum visual distraction and 0 actual intel. If by some miracle you do highlight the enemy, make sure to ignore that information completely. What's that? Your teammates have dared to contribute their own map knowledge? How quaint. Clearly their intel is about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. Assert your dominance by slapping your personal marker directly on top of theirs, creating a beautiful, indecipherable mess of conflicting information. Step 5? I'm starting to lose count. Oh my god, you found an enemy garrison! How did that happen? Excellent! Now it's truly your time to shine. Remember, stealth is your best option here. It's probably best to embrace your inner John Rambo, the stealthy, tactical John Rambo, the one who announced his presence with a hail of wildly inaccurate gunfire. Oh, hang on. I can't believe that actually worked. Well, against all odds, you've dismantled their spawn point. Now engage in a thrilling game of Where's Wally with their supply drop. Oh, it's right there. So you found their supplies, jump on them immediately, no matter how exposed. Oh, that's a surprise. You're dead. It must be because your teammates are still admiring the scenic route you pioneered, and covering fire is just a phrase in a dusty old military manual anyway. Now it's quite likely the enemy will try to rebuild that garrison. Oh look, the enemy are attempting to take supplies from their headquarters. How predictable. Well, a well-placed and frankly lucky shot later, and that problem's solved. You're practically a one-man army of inconvenience at this point. Oh, and that's it. You've won. You absolute legend. Without you, the team would have lost for sure. If you found this guide useful, I'm going to be creating some more with all the other roles that you can play in Hell Let Loose. They definitely won't be very niche scenarios that only work in very specific set circumstances, giving unclear or unhelpful advice and be very difficult to repeat in game. Next up, how to die like a blueberry.